I am 92 years old. I have buried my wife. I have carried the coffins of my friends. I have watched my enemies go into the ground. And more than anything, I have buried the version of myself who used to be afraid of what people thought. Today, I sit on the final edge of life. I can see the drop below me clearly. And before I step into that silence, I need to turn around and tell you a truth. You are lying to yourself about time. You move through life as if you have years stored away, as if later is sitting in your pocket, as if life is some unlimited account where new days just keep depositing themselves. I'm here to tell you, you're broke. We are all broke. We are all going to die. You know that in your mind, but you don't feel it. If you truly felt death breathing down your neck, you would not be living the way you are right now. Let me tell you a story. There was a man named Jack. It was 1968. He was my closest friend, smarter than me, more successful than me, more confident than me. One night, we were sitting in his office. He had just closed a massive deal, leaning back in his leather chair, smoking a Cuban cigar. He looked at me and said, "Frank, just 5 more years. 5 more years of grinding, then I'm done. Then I'll take Mary to Italy. Then I'll learn how to paint. Then I'll finally start living." 5 years. He treated life like a business plan. 3 days later, he walked out of his office building, grabbed his chest, and collapsed onto the sidewalk. Massive heart attack. 42 years old. He never went to Italy. He never painted a single canvas. He never started the life he was postponing. I stood next to his casket while people cried. But the tragedy wasn't that Jack died. We all die. The tragedy was that he kept waiting to live. He turned his life into a waiting room. He kept waiting for the door to the future to open, and it never did. A week later, I went to clean out his office. His calendar was booked for the next 6 months. His inbox was full of urgent emails. 2 weeks later, someone else had his job. A year later, most people had forgotten his name. And today, when I look at you, I see Jack. You say, "I'll relax when I get the promotion. We'll travel when the kids are older. Not now, later." Listen to me carefully. There is no later. There is only now. If you are trading your today for a tomorrow that isn't guaranteed, you are making the most dangerous bet of your life. Now let's talk about your race. You are obsessed with accumulation. The house has to be bigger. The car has to be newer. The phone has to be upgraded. I live in a small room now. A bed, a chair, and a picture of my wife. I once had everything. A big house, luxury cars, awards, and with the clarity of a man at the end, I'm telling you, most of it was meaningless. I have been to dozens of funerals. I have never seen a moving truck following a hearse. When you die, 90% of your stuff will end up in a dumpster. The other 10% will be sold for pennies. The things you are selling your youth for are future trash. You work 60 hours a week. You miss your children growing up. You ignore your spouse's quiet disappointment, all for a life that looks shiny on the outside but feels empty
on the inside. In 1979, I won Businessman of the Year in my city. Big ballroom, black tie, standing ovation. I felt like I had won the game. I went home holding that trophy. The house was dark. My wife was asleep. My kids were asleep. I sat alone at the kitchen table, staring at that piece of glass. The applause had stopped. And that's when I realized those people didn't love me. They loved what I could produce. And the people who truly loved me, I hadn't been there for them. I missed my son's games. I skipped anniversary dinners. That trophy is probably in a box somewhere now. But the memory of my wife's disappointed eyes, that never left me. You think your career is your identity. It's not. It's a transaction. You are selling the hours of your life, and those hours never come back. If you dropped dead today, your job posting would go up before your obituary. So what actually remains? Only what you gave, the love you gave, the time you gave, the respect you gave, the forgiveness you offered. I don't sit here replaying business deals. I replay my daughter's laughter, Sunday mornings with my wife, the day I helped a stranger push his car out of the snow. That is real wealth. So here is my final advice. Kill your ego. Nobody is watching you as closely as you think. Everyone is too busy worrying about themselves. Live every moment as if it could be the last, because one day it will be. Call your mother. Hug your father. Forgive your enemy. Life is not a waiting room. It is happening right now. The clock is ticking. Every second is being subtracted from your account. Don't be Jack. Don't hide behind a 5-year plan. Eat the good food today. Buy the ticket today. Say, I love you first. I am tired now. My breaths are numbered. But you still have time. Right now, you do. So go. Don't just exist. Live.